Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Leos, let's get into this. We're going to take a look at the month of June for the overview. We have got the Princess of Swords for the central message here. Let's get one or two. We've got spying or gathering information because that's actually the Page of Swords in any other deck. Six of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. So, to me, this is giving us the energy of somebody that is all about, like, I'm spying, I'm looking. Somebody either spying on Leo, wondering if Leo's done with them, or is this Leo who's going to be looking back at the past? Let me get one more here. Hierophant. I feel because we have the third eye open and we have like this spiritual context to this, I feel like Leo is going to be aware that somebody is like spying on them, and Leo might be like, spidey senses are going. Maybe Leo will see some evidence that somebody who Leo has moved on from is out there. They'll see like a recommendation for like, oh, this person. And Leo's like, why are they showing up as a recommendation? Oh, they were looking me up. It's something like, I think Leo's going to just become aware that somebody who Leo has already left in the past is still out there, or is currently in the month of June thinking heavily about Leo. I don't know if that means much. We have the Four of Wands and the Death card here. If anything, it could actually push Leo towards saying, wow, I really am over that. I can, now that I remember them, now that I see them showing up in my feed or something, I realize I really am over that situation. I've changed a lot. Looking back at that scenario in my mind, I know I wouldn't ever want that situation back. I've really transformed. I'm a much different person these days. Okay, so Leo does not come across as somebody who's going to get lost in nostalgia in the month of June, but they may realize somebody else is. I don't know. I think Leo's really embracing in the month of June how much their life has changed, how much they've changed, and they could be shifting a little further away from who they used to be. Like, this Leo could be so aware of the difference in them now. The kind of person they'd be attracted to is different than who they used to be attracted to, because Leo is the one who's changed so much. And Leo could just be really like having this broad awakening. We have, like, sometimes I think this serpent is representing like Kundalini awakening. And here, with the third eye open, I feel like Leo is just like super expanded, and they're very aware of how different they are in the month of June. Okay, let's take a look at love. We've got a King of Swords in the reverse. I don't know. This could be the person who is looking for Leo. This is a karmic. In the month of June, got a karmic, and then we've got lies. Seven of Swords. Hang on. I don't know how to interpret that just yet. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So I'm going to say that very first message, the overview for June, is connected to this topic of love, because we have the Hierophant again here. We've got the Moon, so hidden energy, and we've got that 10 of Swords. It's like, what I almost feel like in the context of love, either this person was in a karmic energy, and that's why they lied to Leo in the first place. Leo could have been dealing with the Libra, Gemini. Sorry, I know that did a little buffering there. It almost feels to me like if Leo is so aware, and so too is this person, this karmic. I don't think that I would say that Leo is currently going to be dealing with the karmic in June, but more, this person may make a reappearance, and they may want to lie to Leo about their own behavior, but I think that only reinforces the fact that Leo's like, man, this is a bummer. I think this person wanted to marry Leo. I think they maybe still do. I think Leo and this person both realize if things hadn't been toxic, if it hadn't been full of lies, if there hadn't been the karmic energy to this, yeah, in another lifetime, we could have really been together. It's like, it's a little sad because it feels like both characters are understanding and knowing, I know we had something, like it could have gone different, but we can't really undo the amount of lies that have already happened. And I don't think this is a matter of like, oh, let me give forgiveness. I think it's more just like, these are the reasons that things don't work between us. Because it says that they're still coming in a karmic energy. They're still coming in with lies in the month of June. And it looks like Leo and them are both, Leo and this King of Swords are both sharing the energy of, this was a profound connection, but it is kind of over now. I'm hearing that song, must have been love, but it's all over now. Must have been good, but we lost it somehow. Is that Roxette? It is melancholy. It is bittersweet, but like what was hidden, there's too many hidden things in this connection. That's what keeps ruining this. Three of Swords sideways. It's like, damn, what a shame. Why'd there have to be lies? Why are there still hidden things? Why is this person coming back in then? Action of Wands, they were coming in hoping that they can still get into Leo's bed. They're so attracted to Leo. They want Leo. They've always wanted Leo. Whoever this person is, they are crazy about Leo on one hand, but it always leads to the same drama of stress, stress, stress. It's always like, I don't want to get caught in this person's web again. That seems to be Leo saying this. I know that they'll just bring in lies again. They'll bring in passion, but they really haven't changed. Is there any message on the fact that they came in, still are approaching in the month of June, still in that energy of, that King of Swords in the reverse? It says, yeah, they're very indulgent. They're always going to go after what they want. This is the Knight of Cups is like, it's all about my pleasure, my enjoyment, and oh man, I want to be with Leo. But are they having some, when they recognize that they've blown it with Leo, and they recognize it when they try to come back in June? Messenger of Wands, do they recognize it? Look, Leo, for them, will be the person that they never stop thinking about. They'll never forget Leo. They're never, even though Leo's not taking them back, at least from what we can see here, they're never going to stop thinking about Leo. There will always be, and I say that because he's wearing the galaxy coat and outfit, and there's still a spark. They will always be attracted to Leo. They will always want Leo. And over the years, they will likely reach out here and there still to Leo. Leo's moving for their Ten of Cups. Leo is moving on. We see this ray of light, but they never forget Leo. They kind of chalk it up to, okay, Leo's going to move on and be with somebody else, but maybe someday Leo will sleep with me again. It's like they know the only role they can play is this page. But if Leo ever called them, we're talking for the rest of their lives, both Leo and the King of Swords, if Leo were to ever call them up and say, hey, meet me at a hotel, they'd be there in a half a second. They know Leo's going to move on. Maybe already even has. Moving on, finding their true Ten of Cups, a stable, loving relationship. But in their minds, they're never not going to still think Leo's a little bit theirs. And if Leo ever called them, they would be there in a minute. Now, purely for lust. But they think, this is such a weird vibe. It's like they will always want Leo, no matter the circumstances. And I think that's why Leo's like, this person, they don't have anything to offer, but they always want me, but they don't offer anything real. And they're not trying to become more, honorable or honest or anything like that. This is just who they are. I have a Magician sideways. There's always going to be like, yes, I do have a connection to this person, but it's like in another lifetime, maybe we could have been something to each other. Instead, Leo's like, I really need to manifest the right person for me. And I know this is always half lies and half truths. Is this a meaningful connection? Yes, but it's a karmic. Is this somebody that Leo can't help but have some emotion for as well? Yes. Because it almost feels like in another lifetime, if they evolved differently, this relationship could have really been powerful. Instead, what we have is this repetitious cycle where it's always it's more of a lie that this could become the right situation in this lifetime, even though a lot of the elements are there. Like the fact that they're still bonded to Leo no matter what. They always will want Leo, but they still won't level up and offer anything real. And they would be content to have Leo in a happily ever after with somebody else, but they can be the, whatever the side door man, the person on the side dish. Like that's, none of this tracks very well for a wonderful, healthy relationship. I think, and I'm saying that because it caused stress to Leo. The acknowledgement that this person, literally, they're always going to bounce into my life if I allow them to. And they'll always be like that forever, almost like a temptation for Leo. But I don't think Leo wants this. I think they're like, I'm not dealing with this. But it is a little like confusing, but also a bit eye-opening, I think, that this King of Swords always wants Leo, but would never be able to straighten up and fly right and like just be with Leo in a, straightforward fashion. Temperance and Six of Cups. I think Leo makes peace with this, and I think that they possibly in the month of June meet a new soulmate. Leo may make peace and say, I get it, that they are my karmic. They are somebody who will always still be out there, who I could get sucked into their vortex again, but I'm not going to. I'm making peace with the fact that they are my karmic in this lifetime. I do think that they are Leo's temptation, but Leo's moving forward, and they are calling in a totally different soulmate. A real soulmate, somebody that they're going to share a lot, somebody who they're going to have a calm and peaceful relationship with. Leo could meet this person maybe somewhere around the 6th, or, any denomination of a 6. I don't know why, but, maybe on the 12th or something like that. It just feels like Leo's going to be able to move forward. I feel like the 24th specifically could be an important day in the month of June. All right, let's take a look at any kind of blockage coming up in Leo's month of June. Whoops. Any blockage to be mindful of. We've got the Fool. The Fool is, if we want to take a leap and then we do it and it wasn't really well thought out, that could be a problem. There could be technological blockages, like problems getting communication to go through. This is a month to like check the spam folder, send an email or a text, but then still follow up, in a couple of days and be like, hey, did you get that I sent to you? I did send it at whatever time. Were you able to access that? It feels like blockages in communication and possible either like travel mishaps or blockages in like, oh, I didn't finish filling out the paperwork. I'm here to pick up the car that I rented, but there's not one under my name because I didn't click the final button. This is like if there's forms to fill out or things that need to be done, make sure that everything's done and organized, and do some, double checking on things, because a blockage in communication getting through, a blockage in follow-up, a blockage that prevents somebody from taking that leap, or somebody who takes a leap before they call to make sure. This is like me going to the store that is like, 45 minutes away, thinking that the store will have this one item that I need, only to get there and realize they don't even carry it. And I'm like, why didn't I call first? That's what I get off of that. And then we have a 7 of Pentacles. The other blockage can be time. Leo could show up a week too early or a week too late on something. And it also, things could feel like they're moving too slow and then suddenly speed up. It's about managing time really carefully and checking dates. All of this feels like check on things. Did the information go through? Is this the right time, date, and place? Let me double check, on my ticket, what time is this happening? Let me double check when I need to be at an event so that I don't miss it. Okay, that's actually kind of great. And then let's get a message from the ancestors here. We've got a 4 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Coins. The ancestors, the universe, however you want to look at that, say it is time to stop the big bad wolf before it comes back into our life. Heal from something. Don't keep repeating cycles. Instead, let there be actual healing. Make peace with things if we have to. If there are relationships in life, either that romantic one with that King of Swords, or if there's relationships between parent and child, or any of the people in our lives, work colleagues, you name it. It says, let there be healing this month. Let let things get back on track, because it'll be better for Leo. It's not about like, oh, Leo needs to forgive them. They need to be the bigger person. Although there is apologies given and received. I think it will bring, in this case, more luck, more fortune into Leo's life to like not harbor any hard feelings, to let oneself heal and to get back into balance. Again, this is also that Leo's energy can be healed, because the more healed we are, the more like interactive we are, the more we can welcome in and absorb energy that comes toward us, especially positive energy, happy energy, good luck, good fortune. I almost feel like a relationship that needs to be healed will eventually be something that brings like awesomeness into our character's life. We have a Page of Swords. Page of Swords is, we keep rocking the pages. There's lots of new opportunities for new beginnings. There's new things to learn. There's new, positive, exciting things to do, but not unless we are able to fully participate. And maybe if we allow ourselves to heal from certain things, or, heal connections with people, that is how we wind up, interacting with additional individuals in our life, or people who come back into our life. And that in turn gives us like these new adventures. Sometimes if we haven't talked to a friend in a really long time and now they're coming to visit, and it's like, oh my God, I really missed you. I don't care that once upon a time, I was hurt, or even like I was withdrawn from people for a while, but now I want to come back and reconnect with my friends. These are friends that like I explore with. These are friends that teach me things. It feels like Leo's supposed to get back to the act of like living and exploring this month. And the best way to do that is to come out of silence and solitude and healing and find balance in oneself, but also with other people. I think Leo has an exciting month. I think that there's little adventures to take. I think they could learn something new. They may hike someplace. They may discover, this could be a life-changing new way to make money. Also, this could be a fortunate turn of events. This is a lot of good luck that's coming in for Leo in this month, and it could impact their money, and that in turn could impact all these little adventures. This is all the beginning. This is not huge. It's not like Leo's, building a fortune in 1 month, but this could be the first step toward this new exciting thought process, meeting somebody who's really cool, being introduced to somebody who's really cool. But first, Leo has to be balanced enough to interact with everybody, and so that they can start meeting new people, having new experiences. But all of it seems like it leads to greater prosperity and good luck and good fortune. So kind of exciting. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye.